Lose yourself in a good book. The Bookclub Energy Book Club.
Now it's that time of year again, and for the month of December we are holding our annual short story competition. This year we're looking for traditional Christmas spirit short stories with the theme of The Secret.
The winning entry will be published in the Christmas edition of Women's Way magazine and read out live here on Ireland AM. We are joined now by this year's judges, Anya Toner, editor of Women's Way, Bob Johnson from the Gutter Bookshop, and Vanessa Fox O'Loughlin from Writing.ie. Good morning to you one and all.
Good morning.
I don't know who to start with. Anya, you're nearest me. I'll start with you because the finished article is going to be published in your august organ, that is your magazine, Women's Way.
Absolutely, and it's our very special issue for us. It's our end of year issue, so it's on sale for 2 weeks. It's bigger in pagination, so you get
bumper packed.
Bumper packed as well, and it's a very special issue for me because it kind of shows just what we've done. We've done 50. We'll have done 50 issues by that stage. So it'll be our 51st issue for the year, and it's kind of a lovely culmination of what's happened in the year. And it's great to be able to celebrate somebody's, short story and their writing within the magazine.
So what are you looking for in the short story when it comes to judging? What are you going to be going? Okay, well, what do I want to put in my magazine for people at home who are going to take part? What tips could you give them?
Well, I want a hook. I want something that brings me into a story immediately. So I'm not looking for something that kind of starts kind of little kind of explanationary kind of bit at the beginning. I want something that you're in the middle of a story or you're towards the end of a story and you have to work backwards. I want but 500 words is very little whenever you think about, you're putting down pen to paper or onto a typewriter or what have you. And I just want to feel that I am with the characters or the scenario.
So instantaneous attraction to the story.
Absolutely.
Vanessa, you were nodding wildly there.
Definitely. We need to get really straight into the story. It's just so important. And I think particularly just saying in 500 words, you haven't got much room to play. So it's
very tight.
Little.
Yeah.
I was just thinking you're going to have to be almost Raymond Carver-esque. I mean, you want to in short sentences and you need to say a lot with
Absolutely.
them.
It's like making gravy, I think, writing a really good short story. You're just distilling down and down and down. So if people write it maybe a bit longer and then they look over every single sentence to really see where they can say
There was
those words.
Tana French told me about the shortest story ever written, which she said was attributed to Mark Twain. I've seen it since attributed to Hemingway. Nobody really knows.
6 words.
Yeah, but apparently it's incorrectly attributed to him. But it's 6 words. It's baby shoes. Never worn for sale. There you go. Therein lies a story. 6 words. Yeah.
Well, no, that's very interesting. The theme is the secret. So the secret could be a nice secret, it could be a painful secret, it could be poignant, it could be tragic, it could be heartbreaking, it could be magical, it could be mysterious.
It's a great theme actually because it gives people a lot of room for movement there. Yeah, loads.
But are you looking for, Bob? Are you looking for something with Christmas spirit? Does it need to be uplifting and joyous and fabulous?
Not necessarily. I mean, to say you've said something traditional and Christmassy, so we do expect a bit of festiveness in there, but it doesn't necessarily have to be happy. Some of the best short stories aren't the happy ones, but as the ladies have said, we want something that grabs you. I have to be honest, I'm also a bit of a stickler for spelling and punctuation and grammar. These things distract from you. I know I'm such a pedant, really. But these things distract you.
I think it's pronounced pedant, darling.
Pedant. So if it's not your strong point, get somebody to check it over for you. That's what I'd say. Get somebody to read it first and just correct those little niggly bits. Because
Bob, I was looking in the notes and you said that you were looking for something striking and original. Something that's starting something. Now, in fairness, you would have... it's not a jaded palate, right? But, I mean, you probably read more books than all the rest of us put together.
That's it.
So how is anybody going to surprise you with something?
All of us here read a lot, and the reason that we read a lot is that we love reading and we love to be surprised. And every story brings something. But, I think it has to make you feel something. And, if The Secret Scriptures, Sebastian Barry, is about a 100-year-old woman that's been locked away in an institution, but it still says something to me, so it has to say something to us.
Would you advise, maybe there's people sitting at home right now who've never written, but have always wanted to and have been secretly scared to. This is a great opportunity, Vanessa, for them.
Absolutely.
And would your advice be write what you know, write what's in your heart, don't worry about the words, don't worry
about, just get the words on the page. Because once the words are on the page, you can work with them. So it doesn't matter what the idea is, what the story is, just try and get the words on the page. Don't feel that you have to worry really in the first draft stage.
You have to craft it.
Yeah, about the hook and all of that detail. Just get the story down and then afterwards you can go over it. But I'd say actually also to people to read it out loud because then they'll pick up all those the little grammar issues and stuff that niggle or words that jar. Try to look out for words that are repeated that might jar. But if you read it out loud, particularly 500 words, then it really gives you an idea of how the story flows.
One of my English lecturers used to always say to me, great writing is wonderful, but great stories are magnificent. And everyone remembers a great story.
People should give it a shot, It's like they might not win this time, but even just getting a story down on paper is an achievement.
Give it a shot,
and see, and then you learn and you grow through, and you know, so give it a go.
What about, Anya, and this would be a problem for a lot of people, what about if you write over, say you write 1,000 words and you have to edit it?
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah, that's your job. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
So you are used to slashing and burning. So if somebody's written a story and they just go, I can't get it down to 500, your advice when it comes to editing?
Take out adjectives. I'm a bit of a bugbear about adjectives anyway, but
And subclauses.
absolutely. Do you know, because I think we go into so much detail about description, and I think choose the most appropriate word for that description. You know, don't take 5 words when you can use 1 word. And I think, you know, if you even take out all adjectives and then you go back and you read, you may lose 100 words, you may lose 200 words, and that's the kind of thing of breaking it down and keep distilling it.
Use the simple word on you. Don't try. I mean, one of the things,
Absolutely.
one of the basic mistakes
Absolutely.
everybody makes when they try to write is they go, "This is going on paper. I want to look intelligent."
Yeah.
So therefore, they go looking for words and they go to say things in ways that they would never dream of saying in their normal speech.
Pick a word that's, you know, that
Right,
they think
as you say
is
it.
important,
Yeah.
but that doesn't actually necessarily mean what you're trying to say as
Now,
well.
you are being very strict on the 500 word count.
Very important.
So
Very
people at home
strict,
cannot be over, okay? So don't be 520.
Give people an idea of what 500 words is on a page.
It's for us. It's less. It's slightly over half a page in our magazine, which is, you know. It's
So we're talking about A4 or a little under.
less than A4.
But you can still say a lot in 500 words, guys.
Absolutely.
How many you can say in 6 words, absolutely.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I am looking forward to the entries because we always get inundated
Okay,
in this.
what's the D-date? What's the, how soon do you have to have them in?
Deadline is
the 15th of December.
15th of December, okay. So you've got... Oh, actually it's the
we're
12th.
There you go.
We're about to say-
Even less time.
Even less time, okay. We'll give you the full details now. So it's 500 words, as we discussed. And this year we are looking for traditional Christmas spirit short stories with the theme of The Secret. And the winning entry will be published in the Christmas edition of Women's Way magazine and read out live on Ireland AM.
So to be with the chance of winning, viewers must email their review of no more than 500 words to irelandam@tv3.ie before 5 p.m. Friday, December the 12th. Okay? 5 p.m. Friday, December the 12th. You can also post them into Gáis Energy Book Club, TV3 Westgate Business Park, Ballymount, Dublin 24.
Lose yourself in a good book. The Gáis Energy Book Club.